What up? Customs back again. Haven't done videos in a while. Just been real busy and not around. But I do have a few to show tonight. Stuff that's been kind of built up that I haven't gotten to anybody. Partly because 2 are gifts. It's not time to give them, and 2 are for sale. They weren't really for anybody. And so we'll just kind of get right into it. So the first 2 are not for sale. They're gifts, and but they're nice eye candy, and if you see them and you like them and you want something done like it, you can just let me know, and I can do that for you. But this one is the Kershaw Needs Work, and this is done obviously in black and toxic green. And I took off that little bump that was up there on the top. It's just weird, and replaced the clip. Because it is only tip down carry, I made it tip up carry. I harvested some screws from a griptillion that I'm in the process of redoing, and I nested the anchors inside the G10. Just had to make it a little thicker right there, so works just fine. Everything is super flush, super clean, and of course the speed safe works just fine. You just gotta barely touch it even, and it just flies out. Yep. Got rid of that. That was weird. I don't know why that's like that. Maybe that's why they call it needs work. Only thing I thought was strange on this is centered. Obviously there's nothing wrong with it, but that blade is actually bent. See that? See how it curves back that way? Came that way. That's probably why I got such a decent, really good deal on this. But man, that's something that really kind of should got rejected at the factory, I would think. I mean, it's sharp, it cuts real well, but man, seems like that would just break the first time you use it for anything really heavy duty. Well, I guess you're not supposed to use a knife like this for anything very heavy duty, but see that? That crook in the shadow right there? That's what that's from. But it's a gift and it's free, so he'll like it because it looks cool. And he guy's actually really good at regrinding himself, so if he wants to, he can just take that right off and, you know, maybe turn this into somewhere up here, so he could probably just turn this, just get rid of that part and turn it into a regular drop point or something. Bring it down. That may be pretty cool. If he does that, I'll get this back from him and just shoot a video of it. I haven't seen one of those. Anyway, there's that. And this next one, also a gift for somebody in my family, not for sale, but good eye candy. This is the Compound. This is done in camo, and what I kind of was going for was a camo pattern, kind of break the shape up a little bit, get a little deeper, lighter, higher, just to break it up. And I think it turned out well. It's comfortable, if anything. It's very nice. Get a shot of the other side. And you know, it's super flush and polished all the way around. And this B-assist works just fine. Nice and centered. Oh, that's first. There we go. It's a little tight. Yeah. It's a little tight for that, but anyway. That's those 2. Like I said, these are gifts, not for sale, but if you see them and you like them and you want something like that done, let me know, and I'm more than happy to accommodate you. Next one is the smaller of the 2. It is one that everybody's seen, but this is the special edition one that is the Kershaw Leak with the D2 overlay, or not overlay I should say, kind of the welded together with the composite blade. D2 on bottom here and Sandvik on top. Now this looks all the same because it has been heavily acid washed. I'm trying to get, there we go, just to kind of help protect, this and D2. They just don't wear really well. But as you can see, this is one of the factory rejects. And the only reason why I can figure that is because of the logo. That, to my knowledge, should be straight up and down. That right there should be like that instead of being off-centered that way. It should be straight up and down. So, as far as I know, that's the only reason why this was rejected, because I've done all this to it. I've done Damascus acid etching onto it. So all this is actually raised. This isn't going to come off or anything. I'm trying, I should say, in the operative word. Just not showing up as well on the camera as I'd like, but all the hardware, as you can see, the pivot, buckle screws, the lock, which is really, the safety, the thing that slides and keeps you from opening the blade accidentally. Nice and centered. Maybe a little tight, or a little loose I should say, but nice and centered. And went ahead and threw on a Thunderstorm, the Alpha Knife Supply stuff, the Kevlar with the brass wire in it, back spacer, just to kind of set it off a little bit because nothing else on here is black anymore. So, well, technically there's that, but I wasn't going to go through the process of making that out of this stuff. It would have taken a million years. So I just did the back spacer. That was pretty good. You can see that. That Damascus etching that I did on there. It shows up a lot better in photographs. If you're interested, just message me and I can send some photographs that show it a lot better, but that's not bad right there. Anyway, action's obviously factory. Very fast. This thing has stayed crazy sharp. Even through the acid etching, I really didn't have to touch the edge up at all. I just put it on the Spyderco Sharp Maker, and that thing is just crazy sharp. But like I said, if you'd like some pictures to show that off some more, let me know. And I went ahead and acid washed this, made it very, very dark, matte black, gray. Normally it's like that color. So you can see how much darker that is. And it offsets the screws very nicely. That's why I did the back spacer like I did. Anyway, this is for sale. PM me if you're interested for pricing. So there's that. And this last one is also for sale. And this is without a doubt the nicest custom I've done in a while. It is a limited edition or collector's edition Gail Bradley Spyderco, and I did not do anything with the blade. Didn't even I haven't cut with this at all. I mean, I bought it because of the steel, and then I ended up getting a smaller knife that has the same steel, so I figured I could go ahead and part with this one. But this is from my basically collection. This is done in black and blue. There we go, get a good look at that. Like I said, that is the factory edge. Never cut anything with this, never had to, because I got that other knife really quick after getting this one. And this knife, for me, yeah, I have, like I said, small hands. So that's just a lot of knife for me. I if I hold it here, there's more knife than I need. So if I hold it here, which is the most comfortable for me, there's way too much knife for me. I don't need that reach. This just be a good work knife. And so I got a smaller one that I had the same steel, so I want to go ahead and let this one go to someone who gets some use out of, somebody with some bigger paws. But check that out. Got the nice finger choil. Continued on the back. Pocket clip. That nice matte, or I guess black chrome look that they've got. Which are just, I don't know how they do it, but if I could copy it, that's the way all of my liners would be, I tell you. But perfectly centered, smooth action. So, I mean, this thing is a really nice knife. I mean, Gail Bradley is high on the list, and he's from Texas, I'm from Texas, so it's just like a real sensible thing to get a hold of one of these if you're from here. But it's just too big. My hand's too small, so I'm going to go ahead and part with it. So PM me for pricing. This one and this one. If I don't get any responses in the next 2 or 3 days after I post this video, then I'll go ahead and put them up on eBay for grabs. But I would like to get these out into the YouTube community, let people get them and see what they think of the quality of customization that I do. But if you're interested in this and you want any more work done, i.e., you know, the liners bronzed, you want the blade acid dipped and stone washed, I don't know how effective that would be. As far as I understand it to be from all the dealers that I've talked to about this knife steel, it's essentially indestructible. I mean, literally, I could take this knife and cut through the blades that are in that knife and this knife, and as far as I know, that knife as well. Not that you ever would, but it's unknown as to how well it would take an acid dip and stone wash. It'd probably stone wash okay. I mean, it would break that up if you wanted to go with a stone wash. That would probably work to some effect, but I don't think treating it like this in order to darken the blade any is going to really work on that material, because it's just so hard. This Rockwell's out at like 64 or 65, I believe, is what I heard. So anyway, that's just done in a real tight, small Enzo pattern. Almost looks like a little thin lion steel, but with better steel. How you like that? Look of a lion steel, but with better steel. I mean, it's comfortable. I like it. I mean, that's why I did it like this. But I mean, it's just, there's more knife there. It's not really effective for me. I mean, I can choke up, but then I've got all this blade. All the blade is nice, but I've got all this handle out here. It's more knife than my hand can hold. So I want to go ahead and let it go. And like I said, I did this anticipating carrying it, and then immediately after getting this, I got another knife that has this same blade steel, a limited edition Griptilian, which I also customized. But yeah, just let me know. Like I said, I will hold these in limbo for a few days after posting this video. So if you're interested, let me know. You know what this knife goes for new, you can look it up. And with the custom scales, add another $75 to it. So if you want to get somewhere close to that, I'd like that. And don't hate on me for trying to get what I believe my work is worth. So if you don't like it, that's fine, but don't lowball the work. I mean, I've had some messages from some crazy guys wondering why, you know, it costs what it costs to use some materials versus others. And man, I tell you, go look on USA Knife Maker. You know, go look on Macecraft. Go look on, you know, Black Site, and see what that custom material, that, you know, one-off material is going for. It's, you know, it's expensive. You know, working in G10, it's not too bad. I mean, you're still putting a lot of work in it. You know, getting these holes down, countersinking them, accounting for the pocket clip, you know, and then there's the design itself. So I mean, I'm not tooting my horn. I'm just kind of making a point for all those guys out there that are actually doing this kind of work, that, you know, it is a hobby. Yes, I mean, there are a couple of guys that do it for a living now, and they're on YouTube and they have channels, and their work is above mine. That's perfectly fine. I can appreciate that. The things that they're doing are well above my my scope for the tools that I've got. But, you know, a set of custom scales on a knife that you value, you know, it's important to give value to craftsmanship. And I mean, look at that. You know, it's factory, basically. So anyway, if you're interested, let me know. That's that. I need to get a little rotating stand to show this stuff off instead of having my hands in here. It'd be looking a lot better. But like I said, black and blue, small Anzo pattern. And if you're interested, please let me know. Like I said, I'd like to put it out there on YouTube, or at least somebody who's in the knife community. You can contact me this way, and, you know, that way it doesn't just go up for grabs on, you know, the soulless eBay. But anyway, as the Gale Bradley, I forget the number that Spyderco puts on this. They always put weird numbers. Yeah, that can't be right. That's just a barcode number. Anyway, it comes with a box, the original box, you know, with the sharpening instructions and everything. So, like I said, Gale Bradley. But yeah, that's all I got to show you guys. So PM me for pricing on this guy and this one. And like I said, if these inspire you to get something done for me, that's great. Otherwise, positive comments are always appreciated. And I think I have another video of some other knives that I did, maybe one or two that I might have accidentally deleted, but I'll try and find it and upload it too. It's only like a 2-minute video, but it's another knife. So thanks for watching, and later days, guys.